Welcome, fellow travelers. Modmaven here, and I'm happy to bring you a review of this beautiful Earth-like paradise planet. We're in the Euclid Galaxy in a GEC Tier 3 economy. We're playing in normal on a PC. We'll check out the characteristics of this planet as well as the other planets in the system. We'll hop up to the space station, check out the S-Class upgrades and ships available up there. Then we'll circle back here for a vibe score. Let's get to it. All right, we're calling this one Earth Vibes. And you can kind of see why as our one of our fauna kind of prances around there, but this one is pretty incredible. These mountain views here are just awesome. So kind of a bright blue aqua sky there, some cool kind of white mist as we're looking through there, green with our grass and some nice fall colors. Down through there we do have some water. There are definitely larger areas of water we'll check out here in a minute to kind of show the breakup of land and water and so forth. But in the Flora have some very nice big trees here in some kind of reds and oranges, nice greens and so forth with the white trunks and everything. Very nice fall colors and our kind of longer kind of green ferns here, and also nice green grass that kind of leads down into some nice bright blue water that we'll check out a little bit closer here in a bit. So definitely a very nice Earth-like one here. I didn't call this Earth Vibes for no reason. I mean, I only get to use that title once, and this one is just really beautiful and very much Earth-like. Lots of awesome views here, but if you are looking for a place to do a bunch of moving around, right? Like if you're gonna get on your exocraft and go around and get some salvage data or things like that, we definitely have that here, but it is harder to get around. So this is not the best place to do something like that, but you just get some awesome views as our sunset goes down here. I mean, this kind of makes up for for me, like, right? I mean, we do have some caves here, but they tend to be kind of like almost vertical, kind of carved into the side of a mountain or something like that. So the caves here are not super useful like to build a base in necessarily, but I mean, you gotta love these views. I mean, it is just incredible. And there are also areas of the planet where you can kind of have a sunset all night sort of a thing, depending on where you are in relation to the poles and so forth. So just stunning views here. Awesome Earth-like planet. As we check out our fauna here, I did want to bring you over to another part of the planet here to give you a little bit better feel for some of the stuff on offer. So nice bright blue water we get our kind of first kind of look at, and nice beaches and some of our cool big striped fauna here. We got a couple of tauntaun type guys here too. So there's kind of three things all kind of going on all at once here. Some pretty big striped guys with some horns on them. Kind of lump back. I don't know what that thing is. And then we got some of those tauntauns over there in a couple different varieties. This guy's pretty mad that I'm messing around with him, but kind of cool looking tauntauns there with some horns, cool stripes and so forth. So not bad looking there, kind of moving around in herds. So like I said, some nice bright blue water here, looking really good. Lots of water to explore. This is kind of on the edge of a larger ocean that we'll look at once we're out in space and looking at the other planets. But I did want to show you this as kind of you can kind of see that this is a place where you can kind of take an island, so to speak, and kind of build as well. And it's not quite as mountainous, or if you want the more mountainous, you can head over kind of inland, so to speak, and get a lot more of those like true mountain views. One other thing to note here, as we're going to check out our resources here in a sec, is that you can see all 5 other planets in the system in the sky, and actually it's clear enough. We can see the reds there on that one, which is pretty cool as it's close enough. And there's our ringed planet up there we're going to talk about here in a minute. But let's talk resources. So for this one, ancient bones, that's great. Very nice to have that as an extra. Sometimes you'll have salvageable scrap in that slot, but this one has ancient bones, which is great. You can go around and grab those up and sell them. Like I said, it's a little bit harder to get around on this planet because it's so mountainous. But grab your ship. You can go around and sell some ancient bones. Starbulb, copper, paraffinium, and magnetized ferrite. Not bad there. Pretty standard for a paradise planet. And then our blissful weather over there on the left. No storms on a paradise planet, so no worries there. And also, our sentinels are low. You're only going to run into those on a paradise planet if you're going to a secure building or something like that. So really looking good here. Okay, here for our flyover, give us a little bit better view of our breakup of topography here. So like we said just a minute ago, nice breakup of some islands and nice bright blue water here that leads out onto a pretty large kind of ocean area there if you need to do any underwater building or something like that. But then into these individual islands with our nice trees and colors there, nice earth look here. And as you're moving inland, so to speak, you get into these taller mountains like we were looking at earlier with just kind of peak after peak. It is nice that a lot of these peaks do have the grass on them still with the trees, as you can see here. So even though you have some, definitely have a lot of mountains here, it does leave you some good spots to build because of the grass. There's a nice little one right there, right in the kind of crook of that mountain there. Lots of areas to build here where you still have kind of grass under your feet. So, and of course, with your awesome views across all these mountains, it really is nice. Or if you want to go down into one of these valleys and build, look at that blue, beautiful. Build down in here, where you're able to kind of like be more in a valley where you can see all these tall mountains around you. Really cool options here too. Just a really beautiful planet and a great place to hang out and vibe. Do you want to check out the other planets available in the system here? This is kind of a view out here of our paradise planet from way out here. You see that breakup of water there. Yeah, that will resolve down into a little bit smaller there as you get closer, but some pretty nice big oceans there, and then of course all those nice mountains. And whoa, this looks familiar too. This is one of the ones that I wanted to also take a look at. I'll put up screenshots of these, but as you can see here, really nice planet here. So this is very much Earth-like. It does have a yellow sky, but you do have the green grass, nice blue water. This one is not as mountainous. It has more of the kind of rolling hills, break up with the water is really nice. And then it has some of the floating islands as well, if you wanted to build on one of those. And it also has rings. So at night, of course, those rings will glow and really look nice. So if you don't mind a storm or two, during the day, this is a really nice planet, and I'm really glad this one showed up as well in this system. A few other ones to talk about. We do have a radioactive planet. It has a lot of red in that one, red sky and so forth, but it does have some bone cats, so if you want to go grab one of those, go ahead. We also have a scorched planet. This one has some really cool striped white beetles. So if you want to grab a beetle companion, maybe go check that out. There's also a viridescent. If you want a challenge, go there. This one has extreme sentinels. There's lots of gravitino balls on this one. I mean, just in whole clusters that you can run around and get if you want to grab those and sell them. And then our final one is an incandescent planet. This one has a lot of red as well, but it also has a mega Flora. Okay, let's talk ships. I did a reload right there next to my little exotic guppy and waited for some ships to come in. So this is our first wave. In any system, you're going to have 21 different configurations of ships. That's things like the colors and the cockpit and the wings and the engines and things like that as that hauler heads out. So for this one, since we're in a GEC economy, we're going to have 7 different haulers, and then we're going to have 3 explorers like that one that just flew over our head, 3 fighters, 7 shuttles, and 1 exotic. And I wanted to start out with this exotic, so I was able to find the exotic. I'll put up a screenshot of that for this one. I was lucky enough to find it, which was nice. A nice white one with the big huge V wings with the solar on the bottom of them. Pretty nice looking exotic here. Not a lot of decals on it, which was interesting. A pretty plain, looking wings and so forth, but still a nice exotic for this one. And then I did want to highlight the fighters here. So one fighter in particular is a purple chrome stubby. These are hard to find. And then it has gull wings that's blue and orange. Of course, we got a screenshot here for you. It does have a dorsal fin, but honestly it kind of works with all the other angles of the wings going on with the gull wings and everything. I think the dorsal kind of works. I actually flew this around for a bit and kept it for a while. It's a pretty cool little ship. I like it. We also have a nice red, white, and blue fighter here with a viper nose and some Starscream wings on it. Really nice looking one there too, and also a little Rasa fighter in blue. With some kind of downswept wings and a dorsal that kind of works again with the downswept wings, and then the kind of dorsal overhead. That one works too. So really like the fighters here, especially on this one. And this is an interesting color here as we switch back to our live view here. This Explorer, this pink, you really don't see that pink very much. I'm not really into asymmetrical explorers, but that pink is fairly unique. As we're watching kind of more ships coming in and out here, let's switch over to S-Class upgrades. So these are the upgrades available over on the left-hand side as you come in. These were gathered on PC, so your results may vary, but it should be pretty close. I'll put them up on screen here for you. There's not really a whole lot to talk about here. Kind of one in each category. A lot of times, even with the exosuit, you'll see 4 or 5, but this one only has 1. A couple for the starship. The multi-tool for this one is a B-class cabinet. I'll put up a screenshot of the multi-tool if you want to come check it out. That's the default one that will come if you reload in the space station. So really the S-Class upgrades, really not that great here. This is a bit of a dud for S-Class upgrades and things for sale up here in the space station. But like I said, we did have some great ships, and I was able to find that exotic, some really cool fighters. So with all that said, let's head down and give this one a vibe score. Pretty hard to argue with this view, right? Now it's time to give this planet a vibe score. The vibe score is a measurement, a very subjective measurement of kind of how the planet makes me feel just to hang out and vibe for a while. This one's awesome. I mean, like I said, it is subjective and so forth, but I mean, we've got our Earth-like colors, our greens and nice fall colors in our trees. We got bright blue water. We got a nice aqua blue sky. These awesome mists here through the mountains. It's just beautiful. We have plenty of options to build with some grass and trees even up higher, where you can actually build. Or if you don't want that, you can go find an island on some of the other areas of the planet. We've got all 5 of our other planets up here in the sky for us to check out at all times of the day here. That bountiful ringed planet right there is just beautiful. A very Earth-like planet as well, available in the system, with some yellow sky, but still a really, really beautiful looking planet there. And then we have a really cool stubby fighter that I mentioned with the purple chrome. So I mean, you add all this together, this stuff is unique. It is all in one place. You have 6 total planets. You have a ringed planet. You can see it in the sky. You have really cool ships. I'm going to give this one a 9 out of 10. It doesn't have a Diplo. That's it. That's basically it, right? With that, I'd like to thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe to catch that vibe. I'd also like to thank my supporters over on buymeacoffee.com. Your support really does help me make these every week as we go on this journey together. So really would appreciate some support over there. No idea where this guy is going, but thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye.